It's November. Piper still got shorts on. Weather don't bother him none. How you doing today? How long you been coaching, Coach?
Oh, this is year 17, I believe, maybe 18. I can't quite remember. It gets a little foggy.
Huh?
Boy, but there's nothing better than November football.
You already beat me to it. November football, what are some of the favorite things that you got going for you about it?
It's everything's important. So everything matters, and all the details and everything you focus on the whole off season, the whole preseason, week to week. You just keep emphasizing those things. You keep growing, but now it matters. And now it's really, we've had senior night, but seniors take over this time of year. They understand the importance. They're leading extra film sessions. They're leading practices. They're making sure there's no letdowns. And it's just a different feel, not only in the air with the temperatures, but just a different feel of how everyone goes about their business.
And without a doubt, you can feel it, and it will always be this way, and why we love sports in general, but that win and move on, lose and go home kind of scenario, and what it kind of gets you going when it's time.
Nothing better, yeah. Win and go home, absolutely right. We don't focus on the going home part, we're focused on the details of winning, and that's where our minds are now, absolutely.
Talk about some of the differences now that we do roll into November, the difference of playing in the cold, for example, because football is an outdoor sport, versus playing when you're beginning in the season, you got all that warmth and all that energy with it.
For sure, there's, being a 17, 18-year coach, you understand how to handle the different temperatures and the ups and downs. And I think part of the process of coaching staff is teaching the kids of how to handle that temperature, not wearing too much gear, not wearing enough so you're not cold and you can still play and perform. And just making sure that the weather's not a factor in your mind, that you go out and perform the way you're capable of.
Well, we're coming off a wet game last Friday, and a couple things that I want to bring up. Two real nice games from a couple of underclassmen. First, Aiden Cruz had a wonderful game, whether it be special teams, got some snaps on defense, but the way that he's kind of been moving up the charts, and I think it starts with his attitude in practice and the desire to learn. And the other one I thought did a great job, Austin Engel, really been playing pretty solid the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, pretty cool to see Austin wearing that 28 jersey last week and then performing at a high level. Had a bunch of big-time plays for us. Just playing really well, really consistent up front. And then, with Aiden, the sophomore, he's just phenomenal right now. If it wasn't some seniors ahead of him in some positions, he'd be getting even more play time. He's just grown and grown and grown throughout the year. For where he's been, where he started in June to where he is now is just phenomenal. He's a guy we know we can put on the field in a lot of different positions and count on.
Another one that I want to bring up, because everybody loves a coachable player, Ryan Umberger, job he does, and then from the attention to practice, the detail, the questions, to translating on the field.
Yeah, and Ryan's another one that's just come such a long way. We talked about him before, that he had that injury, that broken wrist and collarbone, that kind of limited his time on the field through June. And then when he got back, it was, he was a little bit behind, just because he missed the whole month. And then as it's continued on, he's just grown and grown and grown and playing more confidently. And he's got a lot of ability, and he likes to hit, and nothing's wrong with that on defense.
Hey, you gotta love that. And another one that loves to do it, and I have to give him a quick shout out because I saw it on the World Wide Web, as the kids talk about it today. But one, Hillbilly Willie squatting 500 pounds. Did you see that? That was unbelievable. But let's go ahead and talk about his leadership, what he does for the vocals, the communications, and then that we'll go left side, strong side, if you will. The same thing from Marty Brown, and what he brings is the same.
Yeah, what phenomenal seniors from totally different backgrounds that just are getting the absolute most out of their abilities and everything they do. And we were talking before the interview a little bit here about Marty and his just leadership and the way it's been. I think back to some of the bad moments at Kirkwood when we had to take the field, and I'd be telling the coaches, "Hey, let's get these guys excited. Let's get them ready to play." And I go, wait, never mind. Marty's got it.
Oh, Marty got a sack. Oh, Willie got a sack. We got the ball back.
Marty has just been a leader, phenomenal, from the underclassmen, putting kids under his wing. The way he gets everyone excited for practice, the way it doesn't just show up on game day. It's every day in practice, and it's just been fun to watch. So fun. I
think they're a great reflection of the overall culture and team attitude, and it's in it together, and let's do it all.
For sure. It's a brotherhood, and these kids, I know, feel it, and they're getting closer and closer each week.
We got a big one this week. Where we at?
We are at home versus Ladue, 9-1 Ladue. We got our work cut out for us. We knew kind of once we were announced Class 5, we're excited about that. And then we saw the district and said, we got some of the best Class 5 teams there right here in our district. Between Ladue, Summit, Lafayette, Parkway West. We got quite the challenge. They're good. They got a phenomenal running back. Our kids are up for the challenge, and we can't wait to do it.
We got 2,000-yard backs going in this one. It's going to be a great one.
Absolutely.
This is what it's all about, baby. Friday night, Coach. We there.